So we are planting tulip bulbs today. It is an unusually warm December day, December 2nd to be exact. Unfortunately, this year we went from 85 degrees in the beginning of October to about 40 degrees, and it has stayed there ever since. We've had snow and ice and a lot of rain. So this is when we were able to actually touch up our tulip bulbs. Now, I already have tulip bulbs planted and most of them come up, but unfortunately we had an incident with the deer in the neighborhood last spring, and so we are replacing some of the bulbs that have been missing. Everybody's out here doing yard work today. There's still leaf cleanup. People are cutting down trees. All right, so you can use a bulb planter, which is what I've used over the years. They look like this. Makes the job a little easier. You would just take it and stick it down into the dirt, twist it, and it pulls the plug of dirt out. You put a little bit of bone marrow in the hole and then push the dirt back on top of it after you've put your bulb in it, of course. And that's one way. The other way is John has made a, what would you call this? It's not a
Crowbar.
Crowbar, and he just puts it in the dirt, goes down about 6 to 8 inches, move it around a little bit, and it makes the hole right there. So now what we're going to do is you take some bone meal in the hole. We do red and yellow, and you just put about a teaspoon of bone meal. That helps the roots develop really strong and gives you a lot of nutrients to the green leaves and so forth, so that each year as your tulips mature, they will put out bigger and better bulbs. Okay, so he's dug the hole. We put a little bit of bone meal at the bottom, and then your tulip bulbs, they look like this, and this bottom part is what you want to set inside the hole, just like that. This is where the actual tulip flower is going to come from. So set that down there like that. And after we're all done putting them in, red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, he's going to cover them up with the dirt and fix the mulch around them, and then hope and pray that our deer repellent next year is going to protect them from getting eaten. Okay, so we've got these two packages of the red and the yellow tulips. You can get them from one of your garden centers, or Home Depot or Lowe's sells them sometimes in the fall. So we're going to put about a teaspoon of this bone meal you can buy in a bag like this. It's an organic fertilizer. About a teaspoon in each. And then you're going to do a red bulb, which again, this is the bottom, that's the top. And make sure it goes in there correctly. You can kind of drop them in, push it down a little bit to the bottom. Now we've got a yellow. It's going in this one. And red. Yellow. Red. And a yellow. We've got one more red one here. Okay, now we bought a bag of topsoil, and I'm just going to take a good handful, cover the bulb. Next one, drop that in the hole, kind of pack it down. And you'll continue to do this for all of the tulips that you planted. Then when we're all done, I'll just drag some of the mulch over them, and you won't even know they're there until spring. Now, for those of you who have deer issues, and a lot of people do, they love to eat the spring bulbs. So if you are planting any kind of daffodils or tulips especially, You can buy this at one of your local garden centers. We have tried all different kinds of repellents, but we have found these to work the best. There are 6 in a package for about 20 bucks, and they look like this. And you spread them out amongst where you have your bulbs planted. Make sure you get enough to cover the area, but this will definitely keep the deer away. They smell awful. It smells like rotting, I don't know, something dead. You don't really smell it unless you get up really close to it, so don't worry about that, but it definitely helps in keeping the deer away from eating all your bulbs. So we put these out here, and that's what they look like, and we put them about every 8 to 10 feet, and it seems to do the job. And then we also use a second repellent just for double making sure that these don't get eaten, because it is a lot of work and it is very expensive to buy these bulbs and then have them eaten. So you want to use this as well. It's called Reptile Stopper. It's granular, and
Peppermint smell.
it's supposed to repel snakes and reptiles, but it also keeps away the moles and squirrels or anything that might want to dig up the bulbs to eat them as well. And again, that's about $20 for this, and it'll last you the whole season. So again, these 2 items have worked well for us. I make no guarantees, but between this very awful smelling stuff and this smells like peppermint, it seems to do the job for us. Now, somebody else has also told me, and I've tried this as well, you can buy some minty smelling soaps like Zest or Irish Spring, especially very strong smelling, pepperminty kind of strong mint smell. That tends to keep them away as well. So again, tulips are very expensive, and it's a lot of work and to plant them and take care of them. So you want to make sure that they don't get eaten, because you will be very, very sad.